gentlemen. Like a fine sip of wine, your favorite cross-stitch pattern, finishing the last stitch. Working on your favorite sweater pattern, knitting on a warm or cool, breezy day. Or having a nice cup of coffee in the bright, sunny, early morning hours. One must savor those special moments. Therefore, I say, hats off to Flossmas. Hey Yins, happy Flossmas, day 4. It's December 4th and it's day 4 of Flossmas. I hope you are all enjoying Flossmas. Just to clarify, what is Flossmas? Flossmas is basically a celebration of everything cross-stitch related. It is kind of like a spin-off of Vlogmas. The knitters have all knitting podcasts have Vlogmas, which is basically 24 days leading up to Christmas of daily vlogging videos that of life, the day in the life of those channel creators. Last year, Caroline, myself, and a few others started Flossmas. It was actually created by Heidi Cran of Stitching 1/2. I could be wrong with her channel. Heidi Cran, she has a channel who coined the term Flossmas, but has never actually followed through with creating Flossmas, and said, hey, Caroline, why don't you go ahead and use the term? And then, of course, she shared it with me, and a few others have catched on, and now it is a big trend. I do more than just cross-stitch, obviously, because my channel is a crafting channel. But just to clarify, that is what Flossmas is. It's basically on my channel, celebration of everything crafting, and of course I share a lot of everything else, what I do throughout the day, a lot of what I do, none of you are really interested in because it's a lot of work. Right now, I had just gotten out of an all-day training about 20 minutes south of where I live. And because I got out early, I decided to go a little bit farther south. I drove a little bit. You saw that little clip there that I was driving. I know a lot of you enjoy my little driving clips, so I'd like to throw those in a little bit. I did have one yesterday, so I'm going to try not to have too much driving all the time. But yesterday's was a more rural road, even though that was not a very rural road. Today's was highway. And now I am sitting in the parking lot of Lidl. And I do not have any Lidls in my area. The one that I'm at now is about a 40-minute drive from my house. And so the only reason I'm here is because I was even closer from the training that I was at. So it was worthwhile for me to come down. The only other time I've ever been at a Lidl is at my brother's house when I'm down at his place on holidays. So, and if you don't know what a Lidl is, it's basically the competitor to Aldi. They were brothers. I guess they had a family fight or something like that. So the one brother broke away from the family and opened up his competitor grocery store. They're both German-based grocery store chains. Lidl is the newer in America store. And please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, if you all know the history better than I do. But Lidl is now new in New Jersey, newer. But we only have a couple. There's only one in South Jersey, and it's about 40 minutes south of me in Vineland. So that is where I am at. So I'm going to go into Lidl, do a little bit of grocery shopping since I'm here, and it's really great prices. I'm hoping that I really like this store as much as I like the one down at my brother's house. And then I'm going to head home, hopefully before traffic gets too bad. So when I get home today, I will go ahead and check in with you all with all of my stitching and knitting updates, and I will check in later. See you in a bit. I made it back to the house. And after an hour at Lidl, I spent way too much money, but have a ton of groceries. Can't say I didn't spend too much money. I am well stocked up on groceries because of the money that I did spend. So I spent enough money and have a lot more groceries to show for it than if I would have bought groceries here at my local grocery store or Target. And so I'm pleased with that. Anyways, I promised I would show you my progress on my crafting while I am here. No knitting, but I did say that I was going to be doing a lot of stitching last night during my stitching meetup, virtual stitching meetup. So let me get situated here while we chat for a second and take the pattern off of the thing and turn my light on nice and bright, and let me show you what we're working on, and then I will turn you around. So I am working on, of course, as always, every day until it's done, Stickadien van der Weenberg. I don't know why I can't remember that from day to day. Stickadien van der Weenberg Autumn Forest Quaker. And I am getting closer and closer to a finish. Remember at the beginning of the month I had 12 motifs left to finish in order to have a finished object. And so far I am 3 down. I have 9 to go. Let me turn you around and I will show you what I got done last night. Prior to last night, remember I had stitched this yellow motif, this yellow Quaker, and the G. And last night I worked on the green Quaker. So I did not completely get the green Quaker done last night, in all fairness. I got everything done except for this bar right here. So this morning before I went to my training, I went ahead and stitched this bar, and I have motif number 3 done. So I have one more large motif here that is the exact same color as this. That's what I'm going to start working on tonight. I have the corner Quaker motif that I'm going to work then. So I'm going to finish the Quakers first because I don't like the Quakers as much as everything else, so I want to get those done first. Then I'm going to move on and finish up everything else in the middle. After I do this Quaker motif, this color will be completely done except for the little bit of green underneath the warthogs. So what I'll probably do is that green motif here and then that green underneath the warthogs, and then say that color. I'm probably going to start doing some color completion. Then I'll move down here and do this red corner motif because I don't think it's the same color as that mushroom. But if it is, oh well, I want to get the Quakers done first, and then I'll move on and work on everything else. Then I'll start doing the larger 3 motifs. So I have this leaf, the falcon, and the hogs of whatever variety they are. And then I'll fill in the small ones. So the mushroom, the letters, the F, the Z, because I think those are the only 2 letters left, the Z and the F, and that little green and brown leaf there. And then I will be done. Throw in the date because I already have the initials stitched in. I'll probably also still put the initials in again anyways, just because it looks right with the date. And it will probably be my last finish of 2019. Fingers crossed. So that is the plan going forward, and we will see what happens. But I'm going to continue working on this floral Quaker motif tonight. So hopefully tomorrow I will have a check-in for you. But as of today, that is where we are. So ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I hope you're all having a wonderful Flossmas. I certainly am. It's going very fast for me. I can't believe we're heading up towards the end of week 1 already. So again, I have 2 more days of work left. They're going to be very busy days of work. I will be relaxing in the evenings with my crafting. I don't know if I'm going to get any knitting tonight. I'm amending my 1 ornament every day to as many ornaments as I can get done between now and Christmas. And I'm just going to go with that because I'm going to go with that. The stitching is more of a priority for me right now for Flossmas, so that's what I'm going to go with today. Tomorrow might be a totally different story. So until we meet tomorrow, happy Flossmas, and as always, don't forget to always, you know what I'm going to say, be creative.